Hey, how's it going there, fellow YouTuber? And a big hello, of course, to you guys who are subscribed to you and you subscribe to me, I should say, and you enjoy most of my videos or some of them or whatever. I'm just happy that, hey, if it makes a difference or even a little bit of a difference in your life, then that's what it's all about, man. I spent so much of my life being negative and complaining about things. I'm trying to turn things around. I quit smoking the herbs. I quit smoking cigarettes 2 years ago. And, I fixed things with my friendship with Ben. And, I'm trying to keep things light. Now, okay, so some of you might be happy to see and thought to yourself, well, what the hell happened to your Monarch painting, Elton? Well, here it is. I hadn't worked on it actually since October. And there was a couple of reasons for that. Is this thing out of focus? There was the fact that, it was always really cloudy like it is today being the March the 1st, and it's always cloudy, it seems, and frankly, we're not spring yet, and it's been like this almost most of the time. We've had a record amount of snow this winter, record amount of cold, and unfortunately, nobody's mentioned how to me, it's been the darkest goddamn winter I can remember. And because this is a dark apartment, as you can see, there's not a lot of light that comes in here. I don't like working on paintings when it's this dark because I'm visually impaired. And so just to show you, when I'm working on something, I'm literally like this. This is how I paint. So I'm straining my eyes, even though I'm looking closely to do all the little details on this. And I'm a perfectionist. And that's why this isn't done. Then it occurred to me recently, I'm like, fuck, I've been working on this thing on and off since May of last year. That's the longest I've ever taken to do any artwork. And it's unacceptable, frankly. I stress myself out about it when I don't, I should say to myself, I should work on it, I should get it done. And I don't, because I feel like, even right now, I'm going to work on it, but I feel a bit tired, frankly. And I'm running on caffeine. I think the weather doesn't help. It makes you feel tired, probably like most people right now. And anyway, so I'm happy to, and I wasn't going to do like a part 6 today, to not update, because frankly, it's getting close to the end. It's almost done, actually. And I thought, well, is this thing out of focus? Hang on a second. I think it is out of focus. I guess it is focused. I don't know, sometimes I look through this viewfinder and I wonder if things are in focus. There's Gloria. Meow. Anyway, so then I checked to see, I said, well, I'm going to look to see when was the last time I did an update on this. Yeah, it is out of focus. The damn thing was out of focus. Shit, I think it's because I had actually showed myself and showed different things from different views, different light, and that's why I did that. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I did work on it a couple of times. Last weekend, there was also the fact that, when things, if you don't feel well mentally, and you're depressed, like I was actually, like so many people, whatever, over the winter and December and November and all that, I didn't want to work on it. I didn't feel like it. So you have to feel good to do something like this, because you're not only like immortalizing history, but you're trying to do it as accurately as you can. This isn't a fucking, an abstract painting, it's the complete opposite of that. Just like my other paintings, I always strive for perfection. This one is, this one here I know is particularly interesting. A certain viewer of mine from Ottawa, she's waiting for you, buddy. Anyway, so I figured, well, I was gonna do a part 6 to this, like the end when it was done, but I'm like, I don't know when the hell I'm gonna have it done, and I haven't done an update in like 4 months. That's unacceptable. So here we go. I'm sorry for the delay, especially those of you who love art, automotive art, and Canadian cars. So here's where we were last time, right, in part 5, and you can see that I've done a lot of work here. As you can see, some work to the chrome, a lot of work to the paint job. If you look here, look over here, you can see how all this here was uneven. Right, I fixed all this. All the shading here, the shades, the reflection, sort of the tree here in the hood, highlighting the front end gold, and just the sides as well. Really nice. Not perfect, but it's almost there. a couple little things I gotta fix. I gotta actually make this line run more across here. Actually, after I check the photo, I'm gonna show you in a minute. This guy, I gotta fix this here, and the chrome needs more work here, obviously, specifically, and a couple little things. Wipers, hubcaps need more work. Side trim, just little things. And you know, oh, by the way, before I go back to the car, I did work more, put some more paint on the windows here, and I put some blue in there. Even this, I had, like, you know how there's a writer's block? Well, I had an artist block, and I didn't know where the hell I was going to go with these windows. I felt jaded by them. I don't know, you know, it's stupid because I've done many drawings and buildings, and I'm like, you know, it's not a big deal how the windows look, and they just have to reflect a little bit of the sky or whatever else. And I don't know, I just felt stuck by them. I didn't know how to do them, especially since the building itself, which is behind my street, which is actually over here on the next street, on Davidson Street, and there's actually these grills, these crosshatch grills, like a mesh grills, like a fence, and I didn't like that. I said, I don't know, I'm doing that. It's gonna take too long, and it's probably something that was only there the last 20 years, because that's a building that's really, really old. And also, I fixed up the alignment of the windows, the window frames here. They were really like down here, and it didn't line up with the top ones there, so it looks better. And so anyway, to go back to the Monarch, well, what I did, I was so happy. Oh wait, I need a little sip of my coffee. Oh yeah. Here's a drawing I did a long time ago. When I had my friend James Mays. He has a lot of American friends and contacts, and this guy, what's his name? It says made in the USA. There it is, Chris Record in East Greenbush, New York. Yeah, he bought these original little drawings I did. It's a little bit bigger than this, maybe. And he made all these mugs out of them. Paid me handsomely for them, too. I would do that again. If anybody's interested in something like that, hey, money talks and bullshit walks, as they say. Anyway, so to go back to the painting, yeah, so anyway, I don't know what happened. I was looking for fun. I did another search, because I was using a couple of pictures to do this car. One is a four-door sedan, one is a coupe. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you that right now. Go in downloads. Yeah, okay, there's this one. But, you know, it's a beauty. All original, but if you zoom in on it, see, it's out of focus. It's a low res picture, low resolution. And then there's this one. This is also a nice picture, four-door sedan. This one's in Australia, of all places. But again, you zoom in on it, it's not high resolution, it's low resolution. But recently, like a couple of weeks ago, I found this amazing high resolution, like 4K type of picture. Look at the quality on that. This is the nicest 61 Monarch Richelieu picture I've ever seen. I couldn't fucking believe it. I said, man, this is amazing. I thought, man, this is amazing. Look at that. I can see everything. I was even able to see, look, I can even make it bigger and it's sharp. Look, you can even see the, look, the Richelieu script here on the trim, which I was able to do, right? Not perfect, but, you know, pretty good. I actually used a pen for that. I also used a pen to do the outline of the door, the gaps. And there was another thing, too, a couple of other things I noticed, too, which really helped, because, again, when like I said, when you're doing something like this and it's like perfection, you want to be as accurate as possible. And, you know, I really believe, as you guys know me well, even though maybe you never met me, that, you know, good things take time, you know. And look at even the detail on the sail panel, the roof right there. And one of the things that blew my mind is right here. Check this out. Look at these lion-shaped hood ornaments. Never saw that in any other pictures. Really fucking cool stuff, man. Okay, the crown needs a little bit of work I have there, but still not terrible. These are a coat of gold, I think. Anyway, I'm really happy with it. Since these paintings take too long, that's why, you know, I'm not negotiable really on prices for these things. They just take so much time. It's not just so much the materials. It's not just the idea. It's the work. It really is the work. God, I love this picture. I would love to have a print of this. Seriously, if you're the person who took this picture, I'd like to have an 8x12 of this at least. And anyway, so because I have many 8x12 photos, but they're all mine, pictures I've taken. And anyway, what the hell was I saying now? I'm all rambling on now. Rambling on. Oh yeah, and I gotta do the hubcaps. They're not finished. Oh yeah, the hubcaps. That's another thing. Check this out. Look at this. You can even see the little crest on the hubcap. Look at the little fucking crown there. How cool is that? You know? So this painting, basically, when it's done, it's going to be even more than any of these ones, because it's taken me so long to actually finish it, to do it. And I don't know when I'm going to finish it. But yeah, what I wanted to say, I almost forgot, is that, frankly, after this painting, I'm not going to do any more paintings for a while, because they're just too time consuming. You know, I'm going to, I got some models I want to build. Matter of fact, just recently, check this out. Look at what I just bought here. The most expensive model kit I've ever bought. Cost me 70 bucks, man. It weighs a lot too. Aero Chief AMT, 70 bucks at a hobby shop here in Montreal. And, you know, to have this shipped alone would have cost a lot of money. So I'm glad I got that. I don't know when I'm going to make that eventually. And, what was I going to say now? Yeah. So anyway, so what I'd like to do after this, I was torn. I didn't know whether I wanted to do like a vintage Montreal police car or do a drawing of Montreal Metro. Now, I wanted to do an MR73 Metro, but I figured to myself, well, you know what? The MR63s are literally at the end of the line. There's like 2 trains left, I think. So, or 10, what is it, 10 trains? Yeah, 10 trains left. So by the end of the year, they're supposed to be all gone. So I'd like to do a big drawing of that, like full detail, you know. Anyway, more to come on that. And so I'm really happy the way this is going. And right after I stop doing this, I'm going to start putting some work on that. I'll have some R&B or soul or funk or some surf instrumental music playing. Oldies, 60s, 50s. Usually the type of stuff I listen to when I work on this. So yeah, anyway, so that's it, guys. So, you know, rock on, and hope this inspires you to create things of your own, whether it be on paper, on canvas, on a wall. Just don't do any graffiti, okay? All right, guys, take care.